right. Are you guys ready for number 2? Oh, what was that? And yes, and you were located where? Okay, good. And I thought you said you were from 15th and 75th. Well, 3 days ago, you said you were from 30th and Susquehanna. You know you done fucked up, right? Now, that ending has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about completely, but some of it does as far as the writing down. So let's talk about part 2 of Cat Poop Crazy, episode 9, the Thanksgiving week special, Secrets to the Game on How to Be a Fuckboy. That's one way to start. Kiss your bicep in front of women. I'm sure they'll love that. Fuckboy shit. Anyway, this particular one is all about something I've actually learned of recently. And not when I was young, but when I heard this recently, I thought to myself, damn, I wish I had this when I was 15. Man, I wish I had this when I was 13, 14. And you want to know why? Because when you're 12, 13, 14, you're just starting to talk to girls. Some guys as early as 10 years old are trying to talk to girls and get a girlfriend, a real one, like you actually want to kiss, right? But we don't really know how to talk to them. And some guys have the natural skills. Some guys are naturally attractive. So women make it easy for them. They don't got to really learn. Like, I don't know if you ever noticed that. Attractive men are extremely stupid. They're like vapid blondes. It's like, dude, where's your big tits? Right? Kelly Bundy. They're like men Kelly Bundy. Anyway, hey, shout out to all my brothers that's cute like me. I wasn't always cute like this. I'm like a transplant. I was ugly and then I blossomed. So I was an ugly boy. So you pretty dudes your whole life, y'all kind of dumb. But anyway, but that's why women like you, because you don't have much to say and you like to fuck. But that's a whole nother conversation. So the thing that I wish I would have had when I was young was a tip on how to talk to women successfully in your early attempts. It probably took me from 16 years old, when I first started like pursuing women, like trying to get a girlfriend, because I was driving, so I felt real confident. And before that, it was just playing games. But from 16, it took me to like 25. I think it took me 10 years. 10 years of my beautiful life. You see how gorgeous I am? I wasted 10 years of this. 10 years of my beautiful life. I'll talk to them and try to figure out, what do I say to these people to make them take their clothes off and let me have a baby and fall in love, right? No idea what to say. So I was listening to some video a month or two ago, and it was actually a prison video. Now, 90% of what they did was terrible, and I don't even want to talk about that. It was like a scam they were running, but he mentioned one thing inside that I thought was brilliant, and every young man that is not sure how to talk to women, you're not comfortable with talking to a woman for the first time, and you don't, maybe the second conversation is the real tough one. Here's the tip. Because you know the first conversation, it's easy. What's your book color? My favorite's color blue. My dog's name is Robbie. Sundays are my favorite days. You know, the first call is just dumb shit, right? But after the first call, you got to have a real conversation with this mofo now. So here's the tip that I got from a criminal. Brilliant. We got a lot of brilliant people locked up, by the way, guys. We got to figure out how to get some of the good ones out. Anyway, he said, when you talk to this person, guy, girl, whoever you're trying to get romantic with, the first time, maybe you don't know what to say, so you're doing all the basics, what's your color, all that. The guy said, get a pen and paper and take notes while you're talking to them. So she mentioned some mother, write down her mom's name, write down the sister's name, the brother's name, write down the dog's name. If their favorite places to go is Cancun or Australia, or if they want to go to the moon one day. Any key elements that have name, time, dates, locations, family relations, write it down on a pad, right? But don't tell her you're doing this. Don't mention it. You just, while you're having a conversation, just write it down, just scribble it down. After you get off the phone, especially if it's a good get to know you conversation, you're probably going to talk again. You got a date coming. You might even talk on the phone again before the date, right? So for this next call, before the date, or maybe you talk more than once before you go somewhere together, this next call, a lot of young guys like me, I don't know what to say to this motherfucker. I done bust my load on the, what's your name, where you at, what color you like, can I have some sex now? Fuck, right? Shit, I bought the condom. What the fuck, right? I'm sorry, that was it. That was my game load. Who are you? Where are you from? Can we have sex? That was my game. That was all I had, right? So I'm like, yo, instead of the next, so when I get to the second conversation, I didn't really know what to say. And I lost a lot of opportunities because I didn't have something to give, right? And women are very big, and I'm sure men and anybody that wants to be in love, whatever sex they are, they're big on connection. And one way to build connection is when you have that second phone call, get your little notepad out or your phone or whatever it is, your computer, get it ready. And while you're talking to that person, when they make a reference that can transition easily, mention some of the names off the list. Like, oh, my sister was giving me trouble today. It's like, oh, your sister Becky? She's going to be like, oh my God, I feel the vibe. Oh my God, the vibe. You know, women, I vibe. I love the vibe. If he got the vibe, he can have my baby. I have 10,000 of his babies if he has the vibe. That's women, right? So they'll feel the vibe. Oh, my dog. Oh, you mean your dog Sparky? What? Isn't his name Sparky? She's like, yeah, Sparky. That's my dog's name. Oh my God, you remember my dog's name and my sister's name? Pussy, or if it's maybe it's a boy, maybe the boy pussy. I don't know. I don't have time to get into these complicated gender issues on my comedy conversation. The point is, somebody wants to make love and have babies after this kind of. They feel like there's a connection. Now, after this, you got to take some responsibility and actually learn some of the stuff. Because the whole point is that you're learning about the person, but you want to be able to reference things that they mention naturally to show that you have an interest and an understanding of who they are. And that is Mac tip number 2, section 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, yep. And all right, so we got a couple more. Let's get at it. Captain Crazy Carl.